Well, good evening. May the Lord bless you for tuning in into the Virtuous Woman Show. I believe this program has been a blessing to you as a woman, and even the gentlemen that have been watching and being blessed by the program. We just give God the glory because of you. And today we continue with the story of our sister Sylvia Munyao. You met her last week, and she's here with us again. We want to hear what the Lord has been doing to her. For those that missed last week, Sylvia is a blessed woman. She's a woman of faith. When you listen to her, faith comes out as a strong source of support in her Christian walk, and the Lord has just been blessing her. She went through a discouraging moment where she was told she was not able to get children, and she got her children miraculously, 2 boys. Then the devil thought that Sylvia had won in her Christian faith. The devil hit her again, and she lost her baby, her third-born baby. But after that, what happened next? I'm sure you want to know, why is Sylvia back? We thought we were done, but she's back because she has a testimony that the Lord was able to give her another baby, 4th baby, without a uterus. I'm sure you're asking yourself, how is that possible? It is possible, and she's going to encourage you. Karibu to the show again, Sylvia.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for coming to share your story.
Amen.
You're a blessing into the kingdom of God, and I'm sure there's a woman that is listening, and she's going through a difficult maybe moment with her pregnancy, or she can't conceive, or she knows a friend who is going through a difficult moment, she can't conceive, but when they hear your story, oh my God, they're going to be blessed. We are serving a God of impossibilities.
Amen.
Now, Sylvia, what happened? What occasioned the situation of your uterus being removed by the doctors?
Okay, so after we lost our 3rd baby,
Yeah.
we started trying out. I still had that, the urge
Yes.
for a child. So we started trying out for a 4th child.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a year later, we realized we were not able to conceive. And looking at my body, physique and all that, I realized my stomach was kind of bulging a bit, like someone who was expectant.
Okay.
So we decided, let's just go see the doctor to find out if there was an issue.
Okay.
So getting to the doctor, he does a scan and tells me, your uterus has a very massive growth. It was big.
Oh, wow.
So he tells me, and if this growth has grown in a span of 1 year and it is this big, chances are it could be malignant or cancerous,
Yeah.
for lack of a better word. So he tells me, we need to book you in for an emergency surgery so that we are able to remove the growth, then we can talk from there. At that point, I would say, a bit discouraged.
Yeah.
So I remember telling my doctor, enough is enough with this motherhood business. So I told him, when we get to theater, please make sure you remove my uterus and you do a tubal ligation. I am not going to have babies anymore. So we get to theater the following week. The doctor does the surgery.
Okay.
So I come out of theater and I ask him, did you remove my uterus? Did you do a tubal ligation? He says no. So I ask him why.
Yeah.
Then he tells me, this growth had badly damaged your uterus up to about 80%. It's like you actually have no uterus. So in the process of removing the growth, I realized you are not going to have a uterus anymore. So there was no need for a tubal ligation. You know, you can't carry a pregnancy without
the uterus.
the uterus.
Yes.
So he told me, I didn't see the need of doing a tubal ligation.
Yeah.
So I just removed the growth. But then he told me, in all my 35 years of medicine practice,
Experience.
exactly, I have never seen such a growth.
Oh.
So he's like, when I removed the growth, I was in utter shock. Actually, his words were, it was a white growth with some oozing some milky stuff. Growths are normally red. It's like the body.
Yes, yes.
So he's like, this growth was so weird. So it got him so worried. But anyway, he took the growth for the test.
How did that make you feel?
My husband was very shaken. Myself, for some reason, my faith was not shaken. I went back to the closet. I always, that closet of prayer and just praising. So I told God, still, this growth didn't get you by chance.
Yes, you knew it was there.
And then the Lord reminded me while at the hospital bed, the story of Job.
Okay.
When the devil asked for Job's life, he took everything from Job.
Yes.
Then wasn't satisfied. Went back to the Lord a second time and said, no, Job is still worshiping you because he's healthy.
Yes.
So what did he do? Inflicted Job with sickness.
You're right.
So God reminded me that story, that as much as the devil has pursued you in the past, you have overcome.
Yes.
He has come back again to accuse you.
Yes, like an advocate, he has appealed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the growth went, and we entered prayer again. They told us the results had to be sent to South Africa for testing.
Okay.
They will be back in 2 weeks. So those 2 weeks, we took time to pray, to pray. When the results came out, it was not cancerous.
Yeah.
They just said it was there are some growths that they just call normal body growths. Okay. And they said it had turned white because it was degenerating. So even if I wouldn't go for the surgery, it was just going to degenerate and melt away.
But isn't that amazing? Because, okay, you see, sometimes that's why I say, even when beware of sometimes beware of our professional advice.
Yes.
Because 35 years of experience, when this thing turns white, it's degenerating.
Exactly.
But you see, sometimes it is our hope is in God.
Yes.
And like you said, we anchor our strength and our hope and our everything in God.
Yes.
Because he understands us and he knows us. So they take you, they remove your uterus.
Yes, they removed. The doctor told me he only left a strip. A strip is like a very small thing, and it's not a sac. A uterus is supposed to be a sac.
Yes.
So he left a small line, and he told me the reason for leaving that line is because when they remove the uterus, you enter menopause immediately. So he told me, because of your age, you're so young to start getting these menopause challenges.
Yes.
So he told me I left that strip to lie to the body that there's actually a uterus, so that it helps the body delay the symptoms. No, the menopause was coming, but just to delay this, to make the symptoms a bit mild.
Okay.
But then he told me, you cannot conceive. You cannot
because the sac is removed.
There is no sac, so there's nowhere to carry the baby from. So the doctor told me, go home, wait for menopause. I started even medication. And actually, menopause actually checked in my opinion.
You got the heat
flashes.
Because
they told me, the hot flashes, the mood swings, all that, And then the doctor told me, secondly, my periods were not going to come back. When you enter menopause, there
are no periods,
Now, the funny thing, 3 weeks later, my periods come. So I call my doctor. I tell him, he says, no, that is the system cleaning itself after surgery. So there's no periods. But then the long and short of it, they were consistent, but still there's no uterus.
Okay.
So the doctor says, it's fine, even if that's the body trying to adjust to menopause, with time they will disappear. And then you will fully get into menopause. So it was a done deal. I'm like, fine, I'm satisfied with my 2 boys. We are not having any more children. Now, to my surprise, 9 months again. I know you will ask, why 9 months? It's always after 9 months something happens. So 9 months, I realize my body is not the same. I feel like a pregnant woman. But yet again, my doctor told me, I was going to be pregnant. So I got...
And we know no one gets pregnant without a uterus.
Exactly.
Anyway,
So I go to a nearby pharmacy, buy a pregnancy kit, and the pregnancy tests positive. I didn't believe it. I tell my husband, go to a hospital, buy the most expensive kit. This one, I think it is fake. This one for the street.
Yes.
It is very fake.
It happens to every mother. It even happened to me, I can tell you.
Yes.
Okay.
So he comes home with a kit. I test again. It's positive. So there I am, pregnant. And then God reminded me something at that moment. Before I conceived, after I left hospital without a uterus, I had a dream. I dream a lot.
Oh, wow.
So I had a dream, and in the dream, God told me, I'm going to give you a child.
Amen.
And that child, you will call him Tendai.
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 What?
It means grateful or thanksgiving.
Amen.
So I remember I wrote it down, but then I told my husband, this must have just been
myself.
Exactly.
Yes, speaking to myself.
Exactly. So when it tested positive, I remembered the dream that there was a child who was coming. So we go to the doctor. The doctor confirms I'm pregnant. The doctor was very shocked. So he told me, I remember his words were, this must be a miracle.
Amen.
Those were his words.
Amen, amen, amen.
He even went, he was so confused to the extent that he went, asked for my file again, perused the records just to be sure that he actually did the surgery, because he wasn't really, he's like, did I make a mistake? Did I miscommunicate? He looks at them, he even shows me the scans. You see, there was... I removed. So I asked him, so doc, where is this baby going to grow? And the doctor tells me, we will cross that bridge when we get there. For now, you're pregnant. That is... Exactly. So we start the pregnancy journey, which was basically a smooth pregnancy. There was no complication. Yes. I carried the baby to term. Wow. I delivered the baby, and the baby is named Tendai. Just as I had seen in the dream. That just like God had said. And you know, we believe that Tendai has a great destiny. Yes. Because everyone that God named in the Bible before they were born, they were great people. Yes. This child shall be called Jesus. Yes. And then there was this son your child shall be called John. Yes. John. Yes. And then you remember there was a dispute amongst the relatives. Yes. We don't have anyone. So we believe that Tendai has a great ministry. Yes. Samson was also named by God. So we believe that Tendai has a great ministry ahead of him. It's something that we cannot explain how God did it, but the devil kept pursuing. Yes. And it reminds me, I'm reminded of the children of Israel when they left Egypt, and they were able to go through different stages of life, and they kept winning. But even after they left, after they were released by Pharaoh, Pharaoh pursued them. And when Pharaoh pursued them until the Red Sea happened, you alimalizikia. Yes. And your story is like the devil has been pursuing you, but now you've entered rest. Yes. Whereby there is baby Tendai. Yes. And God has shown himself powerful. Yes. And great and mighty. Yes. We will take a short break. Then when we come back after the break, Sylvia will tell us what she's doing for the Lord with the women. I'm sure you don't want to miss this. Keep tracking with us. We'll be back after this.